I met a guy on vacation who was living in Napa, working in Napa. I was studying IT and decided that I wanted to leave Seattle and see something different.
I, of course, know this much about winemaking, whereas Victoria knows this much about winemaking. But the little that I do know is that what matters is the grape, and what matters is the winemaking.
I'm the first Black female winemaker in Napa, so I guess that's what I'm bringing. I don't do a lot of tricks, I guess. I allow the fruit to express itself. I allow the land to be expressed through the fruit, and also the vintage expressed through the fruit, so in the wine that I'm making. So my take on it is respecting the site that you're on, that you're growing grapes. You start out clean, you have to stay clean the entire way. You can't start out clean and then all of a sudden it's not so clean within the winery and there's, I would say, an infection or something. Like really taking care of what you've done in the vineyard.
Don't break it.
Yes. Smaller ones, it's a weaker area just because of like, we had oak trees. We're getting some replacement vines from my aunt.
So here we are in France now, and we're at the Château de Béduer, and Victoria very kindly came all the way out here to help us look at what we're doing and see, are we making the right decisions, are we making the wrong decisions? And it's been a really very educational week. We've had some moments where we made some real changes in our decision making. The process here has been very much focused on our hybrid varietals. So what people are planting here in this region are hybrids that are resistant to climate change and resistant to disease. Generally speaking, the French tend to be very traditional about their winemaking, and by planting these vines, they will never be in any kind of accredited appellation at all. We'll be vin de table, that's what we'll be. And that's fine, because we're looking to make easy drinking wine for our campers here at Camp Château. Look, I'm going to say that we went to look at this wine production area, and all of us, as we walked around, had the same facial expression as we were walking around, which was, okay.
I just think everything that they had, probably you could do yourself.
See, and I love it when that happens, because my favorite thing is, let's build it ourselves. This is why we're here at Camp Château, because we keep having these conversations. Now, winemaking is very complex. You know what you're doing. I don't. And I've got 3 years to learn, because we'll have grapes in 3 years.
I think that you could have something like that closer by, close to the vineyard, and where it's just your wine.
We can control the environment a little more. We can decide what kind of standards and equipment we want to use. Because in France there's an excess of wine at the moment, people have stopped really drinking wine, they're drinking cocktails instead. And so vineyards are being pulled up, there's equipment available. Right. But it certainly was going to that with you and seeing your reaction to the facility and then talking about it afterwards really helped me to think, okay, there's options here. There isn't just one option that we need to follow. Just because we're doing something new here in this region of France doesn't mean we have to go to the only place that they're doing it. There might be other ways to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So then we had a trip that afternoon, it was a big wine day, and drove 2 hours to the nursery where they are grafting the rootstock and the varietals.
I always love the Vineyard nursery visits, especially when you get to see them doing the omega cut. And so grafting the scion on top of the rootstock. And then, of course, they're dipping the wax and sealing that union. And what I did notice and what I had heard is that women are faster and better.
No.
At doing that. And there were two men on the line, and I'm watching one, and he's just so slow.
That's so,
yeah, the women were probably doing like 5 days one.
Powering through it.
And they're successful grafts. Yeah. The rootstock, they are suited for specific climates, growing conditions such as like the soil type, rocky soils or clay-like soils.
So we've got the varietals that we picked, which is now Floreal at this point, Artebon and Vidocq. When we arrived, we're thinking these are the 3. And we're watching as they were grafting them and then dipping them. And then also we saw the little sort of, what do they call the little canker, or what's the
callus.
Callus,
when
thank you.
It heals.
Yeah,
yes.
So there's a callus where it's healing.
Well, it forms over.
And then we went into the big nursery and we saw just rows and rows and rows of these successfully grafted. Now we're going to plant in the autumn, and they very kindly agreed that they would hold on to those plants for us. We mentioned to them, there were 2 people there, we're saying we're going to blend Artebon and Vidocq, and their facial expressions were, why? It's very strong. Why would you do that? And then they called somebody who also said, no, don't do that. And so we left the nursery thinking, okay, perhaps we need to think about the reds. Then the following day was very interesting, and this was really the farmer, the person who would be looking after the crop and giving us guidance on whether there were treatments needed and water needed, and also doing the planting. So that conversation, we learned quite a few interesting things, I think.
How inexpensive it is to farm here.
Every time they quoted a price, Victoria's jaw dropped. For a year? Then, you know, our wine will be €6 a bottle wine, not $200 a bottle wine. So, yeah, the farming is cheaper, but they seemed good. I mean, we had a good feeling from them. We also mentioned we're thinking of blending these 2 red wines, and they told us no. And we've landed on simplification. And so for this year, we're just simply going to plant 2 varietals, the Floreal for the white and the Artebon from the red, and we're going to experiment. And we'll see. It's going to be 3 years till we have any idea of what we've got, and so patience will be a virtue here. You prefer things to be unspoiled, untouched, unmanipulated, but you're patient enough to wait for it to be ready. So
yes, and I think that wine can be forgiving if you are kicked out of a tank. That it'll come back around, but if you do everything at the right time,
it's going to be a better outcome.
Yes.
Here we are, right at the infancy of our winemaking.
It's going to be beautiful. I'm excited.
You have to come back and see
the outcome.
It's like they will definitely be asking you to come back annoyingly often, actually. So, and we can start again if we're not happy. My philosophy on most things is usually, what's the worst that can happen? And if we can survive the worst that can happen, it's okay to do it. If you can't, then don't do it. See, that t-shirt is perfect for this weather.
because it's the only place I'd ever been. Hold on. I'm going to do a research.